kings and queens, welcome to this week's Sinha blog and vlog. Today we will be reintroducing all of our growth oils, all of their ingredients and the benefits, as well as some small changes that we have made to our growth oils and masks. So if you didn't know already, Sinha Hair began in August of 2020, and when we began we only had our growth oil to start, as this oil has been used within our families for generations, which is one of the reasons we began Sinha Hair. We never had to go to chemical products or switch over to another natural product to make our hair grow and thicken or to stop our hair loss, because we had this recipe that was going and getting passed on within our families. I have been using it my whole life. My mother has been using it and her mother has, and it has been passed down for more generations than I could keep count since ancient times with our ancestors. So in Sri Lanka we apply these products, the oil, 2 to 3 times a week. Mostly before bedtime we apply it all through our scalp and hair. We braid our hair and we go to bed and then wash it off in the morning. But if you have a really busy day, we do recommend just applying it, keeping it for at least 1 hour and then washing it off. But just making sure you do it at least once a week is what we recommend if you are trying to be consistent with the oil. When it comes to our growth oils, we have organized it for 3 types. We have one for normal to dry scalps, and this includes people with combination scalps or dry scalps or just a regular normal scalp where it just doesn't get oily or dry. And then we have our tea growth oil, which is for those with oily scalps, and this is to stop your excess oil production so your scalp can go back to a normal and healthy scalp. And our last oil that we offer is our yellow vine growth oil, and this is a very special oil as it has a special ingredient. It's called our Weniwelgeta, and the scientific name is much longer, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it today, but I will get more into that once we get to our yellow vine growth oil. So I will be going through each product one by one, and starting with the growth oil. This oil is the base of the other oils, as the ingredients in this oil is in all of our other oils, but the other ones such as the tea growth gets tea and other special ingredients added, and the yellow vine gets other antibacterial ingredients added into it. When it comes to our growth oil, if you have no hair growth issues and you have a normal scalp, we still recommend using it on a weekly basis as a deep conditioning treatment. Our growth oil and growth mask has amazing benefits for keeping the hair healthy, protecting it from future damage, protecting it from weather damage, and making sure your shine and moisture is retained within the hair. When it comes to its growth properties, all of the ingredients in it are natural. They're herbs and plants that have been used for centuries to grow your hair healthy and strong, to make it thicker and to stop any hair loss issues. We have so many ingredients that I won't be able to name them all, but I will get to a few, such as our banyan root. This banyan root comes from a tree that is related to the fig tree, but it is also related to Buddha and the Bodhi tree. It's one of the closest trees to the Bodhi tree, I believe. And this tree was also known as the mother tree at points because it grows so big and so strong, kind of with a roof over top, and it can house over 100 people during the ancient times. But our ancestors a long time ago found out that the banyan root can aid in hair growth and health amazingly. So we have been using it in Sri Lanka for a very long time, longer than I have been living, longer than it was before my grandmother was even born, that we have been using this for hair growth. When it comes to our other special ingredients, we have many, but I will name a few, such as false daisy, amla, curry leaves, vetiver, and much more. But we usually use the roots of these plants for all our herbs and oils, as the root usually has all of the beneficial properties more than the leaves or the flowers. And when it comes to our growth oil and growth mask, this applies to all of our oils and masks. We do not change the ingredients. All of the ingredients remain the same. But as you can see, the growth oil is more of an oil texture and it melts very easily in your hand. And the growth mask, we whip it up to a soft light peak. So it's a cream texture that can be applied easier than the oil. So if you are a person with a busy schedule, you can apply it much easier and get on with your day. So now on to our tea growth oil. This oil is for those with oily scalps. And you might have noticed it had a name change. So it was called Raja growth oil and Raja growth mask before, but we have recently changed the name to tea growth oil because we are going into retailers and salons and we felt like this name was more appropriate for the product. And when it comes to the tea growth oil, it is for those with oily scalps, as we add special ingredients on top of the hair growth ingredients to stop your oily scalp and the excess oil productions. And some of these ingredients include green tea extract, matcha tree extract, tea tree, rosemary, and much more. And all of these ingredients are meant to stop the oily scalp. So if you use this oil consistently, which means at least once a week, you will notice your scalp going back to a normal scalp, and it will balance out the oil production and stop producing so much oils, which makes your oily scalp. And just the same as the growth mask, our tea growth oil and tea growth mask has all the same ingredients as well. It just gets whipped into the soft creamy texture, so it's easier to apply, like I said before. And for the sizes of both these oils and masks, they have very similar sizes. So for the oil, we offer a 6 ounce, which comes in a container like this. We also offer a 24 ounce and a 48 ounce. And for the growth masks, we offer, as well as the tea growth mask, we offer a 6 ounce and a 16 ounce. When it comes to our yellow vine growth oil, which is the last oil I will be speaking to you about today, it has a different size, as the ingredient, the rare ingredient, is very difficult to obtain. So the sizes for the yellow vine growth oil, you will notice, only has 2 for both of them. It's 6 and a 16 ounce for both the oil and the mask. So the yellow vine growth oil, it is for those with bacterial or fungus issues in their scalp, which are some I can name, such as folliculitis, impetigo. It can help with all sorts of dermatitis problems as well. And because it is an antibacterial oil, you won't need it as much as for example, our growth oil. Our growth oil is more of a maintenance oil for hair growth and hair health. So, and this oil has the hair growth and hair health properties, but also has antibacterial properties to help stop the issues that you have, but grow your hair at the same time. And when it comes to the special ingredient we use in here, it is the yellow vine, which some people call it. It's also known as Weniwelgeta in Sinha. And the scientific name is way longer than that name, so I will put that down below if anyone wants to search it up. And this plant is related to the turmeric plant, but it is much more difficult to obtain. So it is usually up in higher mountainous areas and is harder and difficult to cut and harvest. But in Sri Lanka, we have used it for over 50 plus diseases, and we use it to bathe our children when they're born, as it is antibacterial. It keeps them safe from diseases. So we have been using it in our daily lifestyles without an issue, and we do have many farms where we organically harvest it and sustainably produce it, so we can keep it in our lives for a very long time. And when it comes to the yellow vine growth oil, if you have a scalp issue such as dermatitis or impetigo, so anything that is caused by a bacteria or fungus, it will help cure it. At first, it will stop the symptoms such as the itchy scalps or any sores or whatever other symptoms you have with it. You will notice a sort of cooling sensation as soon as you apply it, but the more you use it consistently, so at least once a week, we recommend 1 to 3 times a week, you will notice your root cause going away. So your scalp issue, whatever it is, will eventually get cured and go away if you stick to this oil consistently. And the oil and the mask, again, gets the same ingredients, so the benefits are the same as well. And like I said before, it has all of the hair growth and strength ingredients that our growth oil has. It just gets the added antibacterial ingredients in it to stop your issue and help grow your hair. So we hope you enjoyed our thorough explanation of all our growth oils today. I can't get to all of the ingredients that are in the oils, but you can visit our website at sinhahair.com as we list all of the ingredients and we don't leave any out, and you can see all our natural ingredients and the lack of chemicals we have in our products. When it comes to using our oils consistently, we also recommend switching to a sulfate-free shampoo, even if that is our ancestors' shampoo. Our ancestors' shampoo and gold shampoo bar are both sulfate free and all natural. We use our ancestors and gold shampoo in our family, but we have been sticking to sulfate free and both of those for a year now, about a year, and we have noticed amazing results. So we recommend many of our family do the same. As if you have an oily scalp, for example, you will notice the oily scalp on top of using the tea growth oil will go away if you use a sulfate-free shampoo. The transition takes a bit of time. It depends on the person. It takes 3 to 6 weeks depending on the person, but it is definitely worth it, because once you're through the transition phase, your hair will be glowing and growing, and you will notice less frizz, and you will notice healthier hair, your hair getting thicker, as the chemicals in other shampoos damage your hair a lot, and it doesn't help the hair growth and hair health. So thank you for joining us in today's Sinha vlog and blog. We hope you enjoyed this week's, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media if you want to keep up with our brand, products, and all the amazing sales we have. And we do have an amazing sale right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It is buy one get one 50% off, and if you want to go shop and use the code, I will leave the discount code below for you to use. And that is all for this week's vlog. Have a lovely week, kings and queens.